What's up everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about my top reasons why you should start a YouTube channel. My reasons go beyond just making money and building a personal brand. By having a social media presence, you'll not only be improving yourself, but you'll also be contributing to a better world. So without further ado, let's get started. One of the main reasons why I started this channel is because of this book. This book tells you why you should show your work, not just your finished work, but also your unfinished works. By doing so, you'll be able to get early feedback, it'll help you get noticed, and ultimately, it'll help set you apart from your competition. Other people will also be able to benefit by learning from you. It's a really short read. I think I read it in about an hour. I'd highly recommend. So one of the things that I'm going to be doing on my YouTube channel is to learn in public. When you decide to regularly post content, it motivates you to dive deeper into whatever you're about to post. Learning in public gives me a reason to learn more. For example, as an architect, I always notice beautiful details in various buildings. Recently, I noticed this beautiful structure. It's a very thin and elegant way to suspend a set of escalators. Because I wanted to post about it, I decided to dive deeper into the details and analyze how this structure was put together. If I didn't need to post about it, I probably would have just took a picture and forgot about it. Learning in public forces you to fact check before you publish anything. So you can imagine, the more you post, the more knowledgeable you become. The next point I have is about wasted knowledge and skills. As you go through life, you gather bits and pieces of knowledge. Let's call it data. You end up with lots and bits of data floating around your head. These individual bits of data mean nothing to you, and it's of no use to anyone. It's only when you take these bits of data and put them together in a concise way, it becomes information. I found that by sharing your knowledge in this way, you gain clarity through articulation. And this is one of the reasons why I still mentor today. In the process of answering questions from my students, I'm often surprised with the responses I come up with. It's like gaining new insights that were hidden from within me. There's this quote from this book that talks about how wasteful it is to not share what you've learned. Before starting a YouTube channel, I realized I had several unused skills. I learned how to use Photoshop and video editing at an early age, and photography was always a hobby of mine. Hence I had all this film gear lying around, so it made sense to me to utilize these skills and start a YouTube channel. The next reason is to leverage my unfair advantage. By starting a YouTube channel about architecture is one way how I could be leveraging my unfair advantage. This idea of unfair advantage comes from this book, and it talks about how everyone has some sort of advantage and how you should make the most of it. Another reason why I started to film videos was to improve my communications and presentation skills. We all know how important communication skills are, and it's especially important for architects. I realized very early in my career that no matter how good of an idea you have, if you can't communicate it effectively, that idea becomes effectively useless. I didn't know how bad my communication skills were until I started filming myself. I realized that sometimes I don't fully enunciate all my words properly. Sometimes I speed up, sometimes my volume's off, and sometimes I slow. I'm hoping with more practice, I'll be able to improve on this. The next reason is to reach more people. You could get yourself in front of people by talking to people one at a time, but that's not as efficient as making one online post and potentially reaching hundreds and thousands of people. Watching Tim Ferriss' podcast and more recently Ali Abdaal's videos has absolutely inspired me to start this channel. I'm impressed with all the amazing people that get to meet, and I too hope that one day I'll be able to meet similar people. I think the game plan is to start talking about the fundamentals of architecture and basic knowledge for architects. I think this will be of value to students and younger graduates. I think I'm still young enough to resonate with a younger audience. I also want my videos to be of interest to the general public. There are actually many non-architects out there that are interested in the world of architecture. So every now and then I might talk about current events that are related to design and architecture. I might make some fun videos reacting to architecture in pop culture. In a way, I'll be able to educate the public on the value of good design and architecture. One of the main reasons why I want to reach a wider audience is to be able to eventually attract clients. I think a common challenge for architects is to find good clients. And by having a social media presence, you'll be able to attract qualified leads. If someone's already consuming your content, they probably already like you. They'll be more knowledgeable and they'll also trust you more. Building any building takes a lot of resources. And buying a house is often the largest purchase in a person's life. So naturally, people really need to find an architect they can trust. By putting out more content, you build more trust with your prospective clients. I'd also like to post about non-architecture related content, like fun videos about my other interests and hobbies. This could be about my recent obsession with specialty coffee, or about my lifelong hobby about film photography. You could talk about your favorite sports team, or even about your pets. This will make you more relatable and help set you apart from your competitors. If you found this video valuable and want to follow on my journey, please subscribe and click here to see my next video.